Well, let's take a look now at some of the other stories in the headlines for you today. Reports from North Korea have quoted Kim Jong-un as saying that his country will continue to develop formidable striking capabilities. It comes as the United States has called for tougher sanctions after the North Korean leader oversaw the test of the country's largest ever ballistic missile last week. Washington accused Pyongyang of increasingly dangerous provocations. Kim was speaking on a visit to thank people who contributed to Thursday's missile launch. Police in Israel say that 2 suspected Arab gunmen have opened fire and wounded 2 police officers in the city of Hadera. Police say the 2 suspects were then shot dead. Last week, 4 Israelis were killed and 2 wounded in an attack in the city of Beersheba by an Arab-Israeli man who had once been jailed for links to the Islamic State group. The Parliament of El Salvador has approved a state of emergency after a spate of gang-related murders on Saturday. The new law restricts the right to assembly, allows arrests without a warrant, and the monitoring of communications. Police said there had been 62 murders in the latest 24-hour period. The BBC's Persian, Pashto and Uzbek language service TV programs have been taken off air in Afghanistan after the Taliban ordered local channels not to broadcast content produced by international partners. More than 6 million Afghans used to watch the BBC's TV news programs in local languages, according to the organization. The BBC described the development as worrying, called on the Taliban to reverse their decision.
And I think when it comes to many non-profit organisations, that's what they hope to do, just raise awareness.
Right.
I do know that they hope to raise awareness with the United Nations in the next few weeks.
Laura Bicker there on that story for us. And just before we let you go, Laura, for all of our audiences, loyal audiences of the BBC who've watched Laura over the last 4 years reporting from South Korea, this is her last week from Seoul. Very sad for us, but I know whatever else you're going to go on to do, Laura, it will be fantastic. Thank you so much for the amazing reporting that you've given us from South Korea, and I'm sure there's lots more to follow wherever you go next. Laura Bicker there on the BBC. Thanks for joining us on Newsday.
감사합니다.
Let's just pick up on some of the day's other news for you. China's commercial capital, that's Shanghai, is bringing in further restrictions more than 2 years after the start of the Covid pandemic. People living in the east of the city will stay at home for 5 days while testing is carried out, while the west, that will be locked down from Friday. UK government officials are due to meet 2 of P&O Ferry's rival operators to discuss the fallout from P&O's decision to sack 800 of its crew members and replace them with agency staff. There are concerns there could be disruptions at ports across the Easter holidays. Well, here's a first. The American Troy Kotsur has made history at the Oscars. He's become the first deaf man to win an Academy Award. He picked up Best Supporting Actor for his part in the film Coda, which is about a family of deaf people.
Sensation at the Oscars as Best Actor winner Will Smith lashes out on stage.
Uh-oh, Richard!
Oh, wow! He hits Chris Rock after the comedian made a joke about the actor's wife and then goes on to make a tearful apology.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
And our main story today is an extraordinary incident at the Oscars ceremony when the actor Will Smith marched onto the stage and hit the comedian Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife's hair loss.
Chris Rock was presenting an award when he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia. Will Smith later won the Best Actor award for his role in the film King Richard.
He was talking about himself being protective of his family, being a vessel of love, and essentially trying to justify what he'd just done. The apology was to the Academy. It was to also his fellow nominees, not to Chris Rock, though. At the end of it, what do you make of what you've just seen on live TV? The Academy has made just a one-line statement saying, we do not condone violence, and then went on to congratulate the other winners of the evening. One statement from Jaden Smith, Will's son, saying, and that's how we do it. So definitely a division of views about what they just witnessed.